Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a Premier League prediction. Let's see how many I can get right. Right, here's the table that we've got, and I'll start at the bottom and work my way to the top. So firstly, I think that Burnley are going to be at the bottom of the table. I think that they've got a decent squad, but I don't think that they will stay at the top. I think most of the championship teams that came up are going down, bar one, but I'll get to that. I don't see them winning many games against these other clubs, so that's why they're there. Next, Sunderland. Burnley and Sunderland, but especially Sunderland, from what I've seen, have been making transfers. They've got Xhaka now, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Of course, I'm doing this the day before the first game, so Liverpool versus Bournemouth starts, the day before. I think Sunderland could put up a fight. They have the potential to stay in. If they do, I won't be utterly shocked. And the other relegated team, I believe, is going to be Wolves. They've lost Cunha to Man United, and he was their big player. And I just don't see any other players in their squad stepping up to fill that role and scoring them those 15 goals that they need. They could stay up, but I think it will be a challenging year for Wolves. Next, I think that Leeds is going to slip past and stay 17th. I think their squad is quite good. It has a lot of potential. Joe Pierre, I think that's how you pronounce his name, it can be a very good striker, and he has got lots of potential. Gunotto or Noto, don't know which one, I don't know how you pronounce him, that is their left midfielder. He is a player to watch over the next coming years. He has so much potential. And the squad is good, but I don't know if their manager, which I forgot his name, I think it's Daniel someone, I don't think their manager can keep them up, because he is known for bringing teams up in the championship and then getting them relegated back down. Brentford. They have lost Mbemo, but they've still got Wissa at the moment. Wissa could go somewhere if he really desires it, and if they do lose Wissa, then they might be in the relegation battle. Well, already are, but Mbemo helped them, and they've also lost Thomas Frank to Spurs, which he, I believe, brought them up from the Championship into the Premier League to where they were now. Brentford will struggle. I think they will stay in the Premier League because of Wissa and some other players that they have, but I think they will struggle a little bit. Next, I've got West Ham. Yeah, West Ham is in a little bit of a rut. West Ham need to do better, and Potter needs to do better. I think they've got some good players. I don't know why they sold Kudos to Spurs. I would have not allowed that to happen. Got lucky with Paqueta, one of the midfielders, off the, not the bribery, the allegation charges or whatever. He's gotten off, so he can still play. I think that Bowen is going to hard carry that team for them. And if they ever sell Bowen, they are going to be screwed. Next, I put Bournemouth. Now Bournemouth, they have sold all of their back line, all of their defence. I think one's gone to Liverpool, one's going to PSG. I think one might have gone to Real Madrid, the other one went somewhere else. They've sold that back line, and that's massive. Like, yes, and it's good business, but then you could lose places in the Premier League, and you could face like harder strikers this season. I think that Bournemouth will stay up because they've still got a lot of that good depth and squad that they had last season. But it's just, who are they going to replace in that back line to keep them from conceding goals? Next, I've put Fulham. I think low key, they're going to fall off a little bit from where they were. They haven't done many signings, if not like one or two, and maybe loaned a player out or two, but they've done not a lot. They're keeping with the squad, which could be a good thing. We never know. They could go back to the same place, but I think last year for lots of these clubs, like the big ones like Man United and Spurs, really like elevated the other clubs in the Premier League. So we're about to see what's going to happen with Fulham, but I think they're going to still be in it and be 13th, which isn't too bad. Next, I've put Everton. Oh, actually, as of recording this, they've got Jack Grealish, Jack from Man City, which is a great contribution. They could go higher. Depends if they keep winning games and not drawing them instead. I mean, drawing is better than losing, but you're losing out 2 points every time you draw. So Everton does have potential to go into the top 10, but for now I've placed them 12th. Next, I've got Brighton. Again, they've sold Joe Pierre. What's their main striker to Chelsea? They've sold a bunch of other players, and I get that's what they do. That's their business. They make great players to then sell great players to then make money. I understand that, but you can't sell too many to then fall off. So I think they've sold some good players, and they're just going to struggle a little bit to where they were last year. Believe still could go to Man United. That is a potential, but they still got some decent players in that squad. For 10th, I've gone Man United. I think they will improve, but not a heap of a lot. And this is coming from a Man United fan. Just saying. I think the squad that they have with Sesko now, Mbemo and Cunha, that looks scary. If they can link up and get like 10, 15 goals each, that's 30 altogether. That's a lot more than we had last season. They can be in the top 10, not just 10th. We could be competing for European competitions places. That's if they link up and it works. We are still unsure if it's going to happen or not. If that link is going to work, or it's going to be a third year of a poor striker transfer, but third time's lucky. So let's hope. But I can do another video on Manchester United on how I feel. So I won't say too much. Next, I've got Nottingham Forest. They did incredibly well last season, finishing 6th or 7th, one of the two, and getting into the Europa League, I'm pretty sure, because of the decision with Villa. Villa or Crystal Palace, one of the two. I think them being able to keep Morgan Gibbs-White is a masterclass. They need him. Chris Wood is aging, but can he hold up for another season? And they've also got European competition, so more games, and this is the first time for this team in a very long time. So it's going to be interesting to see how they balance the two competitions. But I think they're going to do reasonably well and go 9th. Right, next I've got Crystal Palace. They are a good team that can be quite frightening. These players are good. I'm trying to think of a player. Can't think of a player. But Eze might be the knight in shining armor. That took way too long. This is how you guys know that I'm new to this world. Eze can be dangerous. Yeah, Eze can be dangerous, and if their attacking team, if they do what they did last season, then they are a real threat for some teams. So that's all I have to say about them. In 7th place, I've gone Spurs. Now, I'm very tempted to change this with the bottle that I had at the Super Cup against PSG, where they bottled a 2-goal lead and then lost in penalties. That's embarrassing! But I did laugh when I found out the result. Because I was watching it, well, not watching it, but like updating it while it was happening. And I woke up and going, oh yeah, yes. And they're winning 2-0. And then, oh, it's a draw. Oh, penalties. And then they lost on penalties. So, Spurs could do very well. They've got Kudos, which is a very good player, a very good signing, but Johnson will go on the bench, and he did score the winning goal in the Europa League final against Man United. But, even though it's a crap goal. But anyway.
Get over it.
They've got a lot of potential, but they do have Madison out for most of the season. Solanke, I think, has been injured a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how they perform in the opening games. Next, I've gone Aston Villa. The fact that they've been able to keep Ollie Watkins is crucial. He is considered one of the best strikers in the Premier League at the moment. To keep him is good, and they've also been able to keep Martinez in goal as their goalie, a very good goalkeeper that had lots of talk at the start of the transfer window about possibly going to Man United or another club. And I expect them to be in a European competition next season. Now, the top 5, we've got Newcastle, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal. In 5th place, I've got Newcastle. Only if Isaac doesn't leave. If Isaac doesn't leave Newcastle, then they will be 5th. But if Isaac leaves Newcastle, then they will be lower down the table. Isaac hard carries that team. Gordon Brown is good, yes, he very much is. I said Gordon Brown. That's the Prime Minister of UK, the former Prime Minister of UK. Anthony Gordon is a good player with lots of potential, and he helps with Newcastle. I can't see them breaking the top 4. Not quite yet. But, like I said, if Isaac leaves, then it changes completely. Next, I've put Man City. I think won't be as good as last season. I think Haaland will still be great. There's no doubt about that. But I think that without Kevin De Bruyne, without Kevin De Bruyne, there could be some challenges at the start of the season to work around that. I haven't watched any of their preseason games, so I'm not entirely sure. They've still got Rodri, and they've still got James Trafford in goal. I think they will put up a very good season, but I don't see them winning anything. Not quite yet. Next, I've put Arsenal. This is the 5th year for Arteta to win the Premier League. He's got his striker now in Gyökeres. There's nothing stopping them, but I feel like Chelsea and Liverpool, who you'll find out who is first, are stronger teams that will be above Arsenal. I think Arsenal will drop to 3rd. They do have the potential. I'm not ruling it out, but they do have the potential to be champions, to win the Premier League. Champions League, I think that's that's getting a bit out there. If Gyökeres performs as well as he can, if Gyökeres performs amazing for their team, then they will be cooking, and they will be a hard team to not only beat, but to stay above them on the table. So, and of course, they've still got Saka, who isn't injured. They've still got Havertz, even though he is a little controversial. They've still got Martinelli. They've still got Odegaard, Gabriel in the defence. They've got David Ray, one of the best goalkeepers at the moment. They've got a very good team. If they can work and get goals and keep winning games, then they have the potential to win. But in saying that, I think Chelsea has the better potential to win, and that's why they're second, and of course Liverpool first. But let me talk about Chelsea first. Chelsea, okay, Club World Cup, they have won that. That is massive, and they demolished PSG. Cole Palmer demolished PSG. That's not hard. Spurs couldn't do it. That's why Spurs is below Chelsea. Wow. Relax.
Relax.
I need to calm down. Chelsea is a very good team. They've got Cole Palmer. They've got, hold up, Joe Pedro. That's his name. Joe Pedro. And they've still got Reece James is looking good. And they've still got their goalkeeper Sanchez. So they have a very good squad. They are definitely in contenders for the Premier League champions. They are rivaling Liverpool, I think. I think that they've made good signings. They've got rid of some dead wood or some unused wood that they weren't using to get cash in a check to then spend on like what's his name? Joe Pedro. And then we've got, of course, the favourites, Liverpool. I think that they will go back to back to win. They've still got Mo Salah. I think he's going to stop being so good shortly, but it's when that shortly is, if that makes sense. I think this season he won't. I think Van Dijk, the defender, the captain, is the same thing. He is so good, but when will he start to drop off? So yes, but they've also got Florian. This guy here with what, 125 million pounds or something for the transfer, crazy. But he is so good, and if he performs well, that's dangerous. And they've also got Ikitake, the striker, who is looking dangerous. And if Mo Salah and him can connect, it's dangerous. It's super scary. Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. I think Man United would do better. I think Spurs would do better. I think Manchester might have a little bit of a drop off. I reckon Leeds is the one championship team to stay up. And I think Wolves are going down with Sunderland and Burnley. This is my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments. You go crazy. Tell me I'm wrong about something completely. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And let's go. Let's get the Premier League started.